As the man regenerated. Excellent, it is time for another video. Awake him.
Sup fam, it's your fam, OGSC here, and today, finally, after a long nap in cryostasis after a certain mishap, I have awoken to ask you all a small number of questions. Do you like fantasy? What about befriending a certain individual that can simply erase life as you know it? Do you also enjoy carpal tunnel, gacha mechanics, waifus and husbandos, and watching obscure Japanese players do this? If the answer is yes, then I welcome you to the salt mines that is Grand Blue Fantasy. Grand Blue Fantasy, abbreviated to GBF, is a Japanese turn-based role-playing gacha game made by our Japanese overlords over at SIA Games for PC and mobile devices. While originally Japanese only in 2014, enough English simps threw money at the game for PNG images of their waifus for Papa SIA Games to give the world an English translation in 2016. To start off, we must start with the story. Okay, imagine God, but as a giant lizard named Bahamut. Now imagine that lizard God creating Earth and its first inhabitants. Now imagine those same first inhabitants turning on their lizard God, splitting it in half, resulting in destroying the Earth, sparing numerous pieces of land that end up becoming floating islands, while the rest of the Earth has been subjected into eternal torment, or how the Brazilians call it, their daily life. Now, you take the role of either Gran or Vegeta, a 15-year-old silent protagonist who lives on the floating island of Zinkenstill with his lizard companion Vern, who, unknown to all, including the lizard himself, is actually Bahamut himself.
What in the goddamn?
After receiving a letter from your father who runs away from his responsibilities of taking care of his 15-year-old child and books it to the far corners of the skies, you begin your wild goose chase of finding him. But don't worry, you and your miniature god are not alone. You will run into a rather attractive military general who is smuggling a rather powerful girl away from an empire that plans on exploiting her powers to warp reality. Good luck. Now, what type of characters will you meet in GBF? To start off with, we will begin with the humans. They are as diverse as they are perverse. Humans in GBF range from virtuous and good to megalomaniacs. Next is Irunes, or what normal people refer to them as, furries. An Irune is what you get when you mix in your average zoophilic DeviantArt user and an unfortunate household pet. Third on the list are drafts. All you need to know about them are the fact that men are packed while the women are stacked. Fourth are the Harvins, also known as Indonesians for being manlets. Finally, we have Primals and others. Primals are a minor god of an island, while other are characters that SIA Games are too lazy to label. Now, we get to the exciting part of GBF, the grind play. Yes, you heard right, grind play. In GBF, there is a lot of clicking, and that's putting it lightly. There's an unworldly amount of clicking to play this game. You click for skills, you click to attack, you click to upgrade your gear, and you click to do everything all over again. Hope you enjoy carpal tunnel, because when you roleplay a Chinese sweatshop worker with the amount of effort you have to invest into this game, your wrist will slice itself off for you. Have I also forgotten to mention the loading screens in this game? You better get used to them because there are a ton of them. And boy, can sometimes they like to take their time. While not as torturous as the Sonic 06 loading screens, there are, as I said, a lot of them. Hope you aren't using dial-up internet. Overall, GBF is a great game if you're willing to sell your soul and wrist to the god of RNG. For a rating, I rated a number of buckets I cried when failing to summon Normaya out of 10. This has been OGSC, and back to cryostasis I go.
Yes, I have watched it and quite frankly, I am disappointed. If we send this to the big Russian himself, he would slash our pay. No, don't claim. He has a potential. He just needs some training. Load him up onto the transport pod and send him to Brazil.